I can do things. All right, get in there. There we go. I think this is working. We got lights. Nice. Oh, yay. Hi. Thank you, Spartacus. Hi, Deanna? Hi. Hey, geeking out with Melly Mel. Hey, how's it going? How are you? Oh my goodness. So good to see everybody. I'm a little bit early. I was wanting to make sure I could figure out the orientation thing that got me messed up on the last couple of lives. So I'm going to let everybody kind of come in on their own time, but I have two options for today's live. I still want to do readings. We'll still do card pulls. However, I'm good, actually. Thank you so much. How are you? Oh, I just asked you and you answered. Durr. So we have two options. We can either unbox together this Clueless deck and then pull readings out afterwards, or we can just straight up go into readings today and see what's good. I've got a couple decks ready to go. I've got a tarot and I've got an oracle. So it's kind of up to you guys what you want to do. I'm fine with either. Hi, Coco. Thank you. They are from not myself. Can I say they're from Amazon? Sure, I'm gonna say it. They're from Amazon. They're just press-ons. They were like $7, and I said, it's almost St. Patrick's Day. They're so cute with the little ladybugs. I don't know if we can get a good. There we go. Obviously, since they're press-ons, they don't fit every single nail properly, but super cute, super fun, very sturdy. Hey, Rowan, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Whatever works for me, I like it. I like that. Thank you. Yeah, I can't get to the nail salon all the time anymore, and this is just convenient. I found a glue that actually works now, so we're gonna see how long it lasts and keep that up. I'm doing well, considering everything in the world. I hope everybody is staying safe. I hope everybody is staying sane in the chaos that is happening right now, because there's a lot going on. But yeah, all things considered, we are safe. We are good. Mental health is struggling, not gonna lie. But such is life in this day and age. So we'll let more people kind of come in and kind of figure out what we want to do. So the choices are unbox this and pull some cards from it afterward, or just go straight into pulling cards. Right? All things considered. I swear, it's just one news story after another. And let's just put it this way. I'm doing my best to transmute it all here. So there are videos coming. I have more readings planned for you guys. It's just, I am struggling with the weight of everything that's going on in the world and content as usual. Like, I'm trying to find that fine line of how to be a safe space, but also at the same time to not seem like I'm trying to cover up the fact that everything in the world is on fire right now. So I'm trying to find a good balance point for that. And it's been really difficult to want to show up and do this kind of work, because it feels, what's the word I'm looking for? It feels very cheap in a way. Like it in all things considered, it's not it's not the time and place, if that makes sense. But then it also is, because I'm providing you guys a safe place to land after all of the chaos. So I hope it doesn't come off as trite for me to still continue to be here for you guys, and show up with the videos. But at the same time, I just want you guys to know that it's a little weird for me right now. I feel like it's very turbulent in a weird way. I don't know how to explain it other than that. But yeah, acknowledging the world is on fire, but we're still here and we're transmuting the energy. I'm doing stuff in the background here to kind of help uplift and do the magical workings myself in the background. With that being said, I hope you guys are all staying safe and doing well, all things considered. And I know it's been a while since I've been live. I'm going to try to be doing this more often, specifically on the weekends, because that way I can kind of play with the time. So I know it's hard for a lot of people in different time zones to see my lives. So I want to make sure I'm doing kind of sporadic time frames, so that way everybody can kind of get a chance to hop in. All right. So now that I have yapped for way too long, do we want to unbox this and pull cards from this? So we got something to go on? A distraction, so to speak. Or just pull cards? Drop a 1 in the chat if you want this. Drop a 2 in the chat if you just want readings. I'm absolutely doing readings for sure. I just wanted to know if we wanted to unbox a deck first. Two? Okay, we're gonna go with it. Let's start with you, Melly Mel, since you were the first one. Is there a specific question you got out there, or do you want to see what comes up? Of course. What comes up? Okay, let's see. Hi, Mimi. How are you? We're just starting. We're just pulling cards. Hey, SP66. Thank you, Rowan. Everybody thank Rowan. She's phenomenal. She's been with me since the beginning. She's an OG. If you know, you know. We love her. All right. This one wants to come out. Ooh, Empress energy. And then we've got Ace of Pentacles or Ace of Cactus. Okay. For those wanting to know real fast, this is the Desert Illuminations Tarot. This is phenomenal. Love it. We're going to have fun with it today. So for Mel, we are going to be embodying our Empress energy. If you have not been creating, now is a time to put more effort into your creations, into what you're passionate about. Nurture that little spark. This is a good fertility moment for you to start getting that going, because we also have the advice here is opportunities are going to start coming your way for monetary purposes if you start putting the work into what you're passionate about and into what you are feeling driven to do. So nurture those ideas, nurture the creative process, and then you'll start seeing opportunities come. They could be in the form of, paid projects. They could be work opportunities. They could be someone paying you for your work or paying you for your time. So either way, this looks phenomenal for you. I love an Empress energy. There's also a message of self-care here too with the Empress. There always is that, like, take time for yourself, put the effort into yourself. RuPaul always says, and I'm probably going to misquote it, but if you can't love yourself, how can anybody else love you? So if you put the time and effort into yourself and into what you love to do, things are going to start coming your way. Things are going to start opening up for you because you love yourself. So you're showing the world that the world should and can love you too. So yay! I hope that resonates. Next up, we've got Spartagets. Is there a particular question? You are so welcome. Particular question you want, or whatever comes up. If you want a reading, absolutely. If you want a reading, just ask for one in the chat, and Rowan, our mod, will absolutely put you on the list. And then when your time comes, I'll just ask you if you have a specific question in mind or if you are just wanting to see what comes up. And this is all free. You don't have to pay for a reading with me. If you want to do super chats, that's totally your prerogative. I'm not gonna say no. But what I am gonna say is that it's not going to be required here. But yeah, when I go live, the readings are always free. All right. Last call for Spartagets. And if you want a specific reading or whatever comes up. I would love to feel hopeful as well. I'm trying. I'm trying to live in the Delulu land where, you know, as long as I can see the forest through the trees, right? See the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, if Spartagets comes back, we can squeeze him back in, but next up we've got SPSS or SP66. Sorry, wow, brain. Is there a specific question you would like a reading for? Will I be in a relationship this year? Let's see. Let's all be hopeful. Ooh, okay. King of Wands. That's very positive. Okay, and then we have the Knight of Cactus. Okay. I do see it happening. King of Wands is very much inspirational fellow. This could even indicate the type of person that might be showing up for you. I say might because I can't guarantee anything. But the King of Wands is somebody who's very enthusiastic, very passionate, and very much a go-getter in the sense of like they have gone after what they're passionate about and they are inspiring for others around them, if that makes sense. So this is a good sign in the sense of that is a good partner to want. With the Knight of Cactus here, this is long term. This is putting in the work. This is not a quick situation, if that makes sense. So there might be some building up to this relationship. There might be some time being spent. There might be some seeds to sow before it gets super serious, before it's something that lasts. But with the Knight of Cactus, this is like a reliable, loyal person. So putting in that time with that person is going to be a really good thing. So all of this to say is I do see it potentially happening for you. It might take longer than what you are wanting to, but in the long term, that's a good thing because the longer it takes to build up this relationship, the more you're going to know yourself and the more that the relationship is going to mesh well. Does that make sense? Okay. Awesome. All right. And then is Spartagets back in here? Okay. We're going to just move on. If they come, they come. Let's do Adelaide or no, Adele. Is it Adele or Adelaide Gibson? And what would you like if you have a specific question in mind or whatever comes up. Thank you, Rowan. I still love this teal edging so much. They really do. They really do. Oh, thank you so much, Melly Mel. You are so sweet. If you haven't been following Geeking Out with Melly Mel, you should go give her a follow. She does unboxings of fun, geeky things. Her videos are very fun, so you should go give her a shout out, a follow. Teal and gold, superb color choice. Teal is one of my favorite colors, followed up by purple. So this is such a fun deck. You're welcome. She's on TikTok too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this deck has been such a blast to work with. It's very cheeky, and it's also just such a fun, unique, different deck than what is out there, simply because it's filled with aliens and cultural things. It's just so fun. Okay, one last call for Adele, and then we'll move on. And then if you come back, we'll add you in too. I know people swipe in and out. It's all right. She put a question in? Oh, did I not see it? Oh, I literally scrolled right past it. I'm so sorry. Is it all worth the risk? Okay. I am so sorry. Literally did not see it. Oh, thank you. King of Wands again. Yeah, I'd say it is. Hold on, let me see what's going on here. Doesn't want to come out. There's some conflict, and I think it's mental with this swords energy here, the Five of Swords. I think you're over questioning it. Three of Swords. Hold on. Let's see. Why is that Three of Swords there? Okay. Okay. So this is what I'm getting. And correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I feel like it is worth it in the end with this King of Wands. However, there is some mental conflict going on because this is literally the card of, is what I did worth it, or is it just a mistake, or did like I go too far type of a situation? This is like mental conflict. Did the action I take, is it worth everything that I did? Then we have the Three of Swords, which indicates heartbreak. It indicates pain, loss, grief. Something in the past might have happened to get you to feel this way, to get you to question your, I'm just going to say integrity, get you to question everything around you. Like you're not putting enough faith in yourself and the situation to where you can trust your intuition, you can trust what's going on. So the Empress here is all about, like before, nurturing yourself, creation, fertility. To think of this as the divine mother of it all. So how would you mother yourself in this situation? What would you tell your child if they were going through what you're going through? What advice would you give? Because if you think the advice is to walk away, maybe we need to dive deeper into that. But the King of Wands is here, which is like the be all end all of the suit. Like they went through all of these trials and tribulations to get where they are. Like it is the epitome of the success of the situation. So so at the end of the day, I do think it's worth it all. I think it's something that you have to come to terms with in your head. I think you're giving yourself too many the negative thought patterns are happening, and it is just overshadowing what is actually happening, right? Like the anxiety and the worrying is creating that conflict where you can't trust what's unfolding. Is there one more card here? Yeah, okay. Yeah, give it a break. Take time out from the, is it going to happen? Will it happen? Will it all be okay? You need to like the saying goes, let go and give to God, or whatever. Let it God, because there's not much more than you can do right now than wait for it to play out. So give your brain a break, give your emotions a break. If you need to, do breath work and come back to center and ground, as well as meditate. Those are all great to kind of help settle down, and then your expectations can come. Hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully that resonates. And then next we have, forgive me, I'm going to try to read it correctly. Danae, is that the correct way to say your name, your screen name? Danae, Anya? Hi. Should I stay in my current relationship? Got it. Well, there's a Three of Swords, but let me continue here because I'm not sure if that pulled out for you or for my way of shuffling. So let's keep going. Okay, I'm going to say no. And I'll tell you why. This came out in the moon. There's some illusions that you see with this relationship. Now take this with how you feel it resonates, okay? Don't just do it because of my advice or what the cards say, okay? Let it kind of wash over you, and you can take this advice or you can leave it, all right? There's heartbreak here. There's also illusions here. So I feel like there's already questions you have in this relationship because you're questioning it, number one. But number two, your intuition's going off. There's things that you're not really vibing with. And if you are already having these questions and doubts with your intuition and you're questioning your intuition, you need to look into why that is resonating so much for you, why you are having those doubts, and what those triggers or red flags are for you. Is it worth it for you to continue the illusion of a good relationship or everything's fine on the surface? Or is it better for you to dig a little bit deeper and shine a light on what those red flags could potentially be? Because when we look at the moon card, this is all about the light shining in a particular way, so your view is obscured. You're seeing things contorted instead of how they really are. So if your intuition is saying, hey, there's something that's funky going on here, I would explore it more. I would look into that, because this also kind of gives me things are not being told truthfully. There's things that maybe you might want to ask questions about. And I mean this with all the love. If this is resonating with you, it's probably a good time to start asking those questions and maybe taking the opportunity to walk away rather than dig yourself deeper into a situation and then it not work out well. So hopefully this makes sense. I'm going to just pull one more card. Oh my gosh, Adele, that is crazy. Hey, Tracy, how are you? San Antonio. Is there one more card? Okay, King of Swords, Truth Teller. This is somebody who is very wisdom-based, very much fact-based. He's got a good head on his shoulders balance. So if this is your person, they're going to tell you the truth. This is something to kind of confirm what's happening here. Find the truth. Get down to the truth and make the decision based on a balance of having your emotions in check and your communication in check. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm the type of person that I'm going to tell you what I see on the cards, but I'm also going to give you, advice as well. I don't like sugarcoating things a lot of the times if it's something that I feel is important. And when those two cards came out, I'm just going to say, if it were me, I would start asking questions and investigate a little bit. So I don't think that's probably what you wanted to hear, but I hope that helps. Oh, absolutely. Here, this is what it is. Well, thank you so much for being a big fan. I really appreciate it. This is the Desert Illuminations Tarot. I love, love, love. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. And I'm always going to be that person that is a girl's girl and tell you to leave him. I'm playing, but only halfway. All right. Next we've got Jasmine. How are you, Jasmine? Please let me know if you have a specific question or if you want to see what comes up. What's stopping me from opening up my spirituality? Ooh, interesting question. All right, let's check it out. Got to go inward more with the Hermit card. Taking time out. Okay. Before I pull more cards, I just got to say what comes to brain. Okay, so the Hermit is about solitude and looking inward for your inner wisdom and kind of allowing that to illuminate the path forward. If you are not taking time out to not be surrounded by distractions, or if you are constantly inundated around other people all the time, that kind of, by osmosis, their expectations, the way that they feel about the world, that kind of goes into how you feel in a way. Hopefully, again, that makes sense. So when you allow yourself time out just to be by yourself, even if it's for 5-10 minutes out of the day, you can listen to your thoughts a little bit more. You can be aware of your own energy more. Sometimes we have to take this time to turn off the electronics, get rid of the music for a minute and just be. And sometimes that's really scary to be alone with your thoughts, especially if it's something you haven't done ever or in a long time. Meditation is going to be a huge help for you, or breath work. I talk about it a lot because it's helpful. It's helped me, so I can attest to it. So if you allow yourself time to just let your thoughts flow through you, to not internalize your thoughts, but to let them kind of be acknowledged and go by, it gets easier and easier to figure out what your thoughts actually are and what are the thoughts that are other people's projections or expectations. But as far as what's stopping you from opening up to your spirituality, it could be the fact that you don't sit down enough with yourself to experience it. So it could just be you needing to separate yourself from the world for a little bit to connect in. And this day and age, it's hard to do that. That's why it's more important now than ever to kind of, this one came out first, to kind of take that time and force ourselves to do so. So Queen of Wands, this is feeling emboldened, feeling powerful, connecting back to your, let's just call it Beyonce energy. So when you feel empowered, you feel powerful. You can understand your own energy. You can connect to that. Again, this is just confidence in a bottle. And tapping into that can be a little challenging if you don't know who you are or what your energy is. I'm having a hard time explaining it. Hopefully it's resonating. I'm going to pull another card here because more wanted to come out, but I just wanted to make sure. The thing that I keep getting in my head is taking time out for yourself. Okay. Wheel of Fortune, cycles. So you might go through cycles here where you feel a little closed off at times, or you don't feel inspired. This is inspirational energy as well. So it might be one of those things where you just try it a little bit at first, and then the next day you don't feel like trying it. Opening up your spirituality is a very personal thing. And a lot of the times it is marked by trauma. It is marked by, like I said earlier, the expectations of others. So it feels scary to try to quote unquote tap into it or to explore it. We are oftentimes told that spirituality, if it's anything other than a certain religion, it is wicked, it is scary, it is evil, etc. So there's some shadow work that could be done here to help you tap into more of it. And again, it's not necessarily something that you got to go head first into. It's not something that you have to do every day for long extended periods of time, but it is something that you have to do that is extremely personal to you. So think about why, or think about the reasons that you might find it challenging to do this, to explore it. Is it because of certain dogma in the past or certain societal expectations in the past or family members around you that have put some sort of negative influence on this? Because if you have the empowerment to go after it, if you have the confidence to do so, it won't be as scary or challenging moving forward. This is why the hermit is so important. It's for you to find you. And that's the most spiritual thing that you can do, is find out who you truly are authentically in every shape of what you come in as, how do I want to say it? The good and the bad. We're all made up of it. That's the duality of life. So when you integrate all of those scary things about yourself or that you've heard or the challenging aspects of yourself, that's spirituality in and of itself. So try being by yourself, try turning off all the distractions for a little bit and really get to know you and embolden yourself to do so. And do it little by little. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope it does. Sometimes my brain does not relay what my or my mouth doesn't relay the messages that my brain wants to give me. All right, have a wonderful day. I will see you in my next live. Okay, Mimi's up next. Okay, I'm so glad. Thank you for your question. Whatever comes to you. Okay. Tonight we spring forward 1 hour. How do we get ahead on our health, hope, and happiness? Okay. Well, let me see what comes up for you, and then we'll come back to that question. All right. What does Mimi need to hear? Four of Wands, and then we have Wheel of Fortune. Aw, so Four of Wands, this makes me feel like you need to celebrate yourself a little bit more. Four of Wands. The four is a number of stability. Wands is the suit of passion. This normally talks about feeling stable in the home. This talks about celebrations like weddings, baby showers, graduations, feeling content in the home. I feel like you need to celebrate yourself a little bit more and, enjoy the accomplishments that you have made for yourself, because the Wheel of Fortune is like, it's about time. You need to do it. It's come around. But also changing of the cycles, where now is a time for you to feel safe and stable and celebrate that. Maybe you weren't feeling so much of that before, and now you can really feel that, and embrace it and feel in acceptance of it. But let me see the other question here, because that's pretty good. We've got, how do we get ahead on our health, hope, and happiness? Because that is an interesting question. Okay, come on. There we go. It's been a minute since I've had nails on and shuffling, so luckily these aren't crazy long, even though I do love a long nail. I prefer function sometimes over fashion. How do we get ahead? Begins at 2 a.m. I'm looking at my calendar right now. Daylight saving time, 2 a.m. Okay, 9 of Swords. That's interesting here. Queen of Daggers. Okay, let's see. Two of Cups. Love that. Okay. So how do we get ahead? Well, I think we need to stop with the overthinking and the watching of things that bring anxiety. This is what I want to say. The world is crazy right now. The world is on fire. If you've been with me since the beginning of this live, we talked about it. There is a lot going on. That is almost like psychological trauma when you consistently watch what's going on. And part of me, my conspiratorial brain, thinks that it's done on purpose, right? So there's a saying where we observe, not absorb. So we need to be aware of what's going on, but we don't need to internalize it, right? And I'm not trying to be flippant about it, because there's suffering happening. But what I am saying is we cannot individually solve everything that's going on right now. We can bear witness, we can understand what's happening, and we can help in a way that doesn't put us in danger, if that makes sense. I really mean this with the most integrity here. Like, I'm not trying to sound like I'm making every issue a small issue. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is there's a lot going on that's causing anxiety, that's causing us to fear a lot of the situations around us, that is causing negative impact on our mental and emotional health, and a lot of times physical as well. So moving forward, we really need to embody the truth and embody the wisdom of what we already know to be true, and seek out the truth and facts, right? To get ahead, it's all about what the truth is, and to not let the emotions of what is causing this override the truth and the facts to move forward. With the Two of Cups, this is emotions as well as harmony and balance. So we need to keep our emotions in balance moving ahead. We need to observe, be self-aware, understand what's happening, be aware of the truth, the facts, what we can do to fix things on a personal level and in a community level, and balance it all out with our emotions. So again, observe, don't absorb. This is such a heavy topic, and I am going to mess it up with my verbiage, but that's not what I mean by any stretch of the way. This is what I mean by it. It feels really weird doing these readings and these videos right now because the world is so chaotic. Emotions need to be in harmony with what's going on. We can't what am I trying to say? There's no overreacting to what's happening, because that's not what I want to say. But like, we can only do so much. Ooh, what's coming through too is getting ahead of everything too. Joy, because this is a happy union, a happy balance. Joy is an act of resistance. So the more we are stressed out, anxiety ridden, all of those things, the more they win, right? So we want to make sure that we balance out what we observe with joy too. There we go. Doing little acts of resistance, and joy is a huge act of resistance. So nervous system alignment and adjustments are going to be beneficial, because again, we're coming from anxiety and stress. We need to help our nervous system out so we can feel better and be more primed to observe. And then we also have this feeling of joy and needing to dance it out, needing to see our people, spend time with our friends and family, love each other. The big message overall here is love conquers everything. Love is the most powerful thing on earth, and it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love. Love for your neighbor, love for your family members, love for yourself. Focus on the facts, focus on what is true. Don't have a blind eye to what is happening, but don't internalize everything, because your nervous system will go kaput. That's the only one I'm taking. Yeah. There's a lot of distractions, a lot of things going on that are kind of helping us feel unregulated. So we need to make sure that we are focused on one thing, and that being love, peace. That got really serious. I'm sorry. Like I said earlier, I read what the cards tell me, and that came out. So, all right. Oh, I'm missing up on all of the comments. I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh, nice. You're retired. That is so fantastic. It is your time now. Tracy, I'm a teacher and will be eligible to retire in May. It's a big transition, but this has been a tough year work-wise, and I don't want to repeat it. Yeah. I don't blame you. And as a teacher, you guys are being put through it. Ashley, hi. How are you? Yeah, deer in headlights, absolutely. Well, it's not my quote. I can't say that I originated, so I don't know if I want to put it on a t-shirt, but yeah, absolutely. Tracy, you are next. If you have a specific question for me, or if you want to see what just comes up. YouTube distraction, absolutely. Sometimes we need it. Did you want a question about your retirement? I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Okay. Like, what comes up about the retirement, or is there something specific you want to ask? I'm so sorry. I just want to make sure I'm giving you the correct reading. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. You're good to go from the card standpoint. As always, I cannot guarantee anything because y'all have free will. What's coming up for your future? Queen of Pentacles or Queen of Cactus in this point, you're going to be sitting pretty. You're at a good vantage point. I think you will be. Oh. Oh, wow, that's so funny. Yeah, you've got, as far as these cards go, I don't see anything that you got to worry about. The star even came out. Okay, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so essentially, you're good. I feel like with both the King and the Queen of Pentacles coming out for you, this is like, again, since they are at the end of their suit and the court cards, they know their trials and tribulations that they went through. They're good. They're sitting pretty. So Queen of Pentacles, she's a nurturing energy. So you're in a position now where your time is your own, or it's going to be your own. So you are free to choose what you do with it. And the Queen of Pentacles is very much a nurturer of others as well. It's a mother energy, but it's also somebody who is abundant with their wisdom and with what they can give. So you're somebody who can give your time now and choose to do whatever you want with it, as well as you can afford to do what you want with it. King of Pentacles is essentially the same thing, just like a level higher, if you want to think of it that way. So you're in a good position to do whatever you want. I don't see anything negative here. The star is literally the hope card, the light at the end of the tunnel card. If you feel like you have a community, you can start creating mutual aid within a community and being that person that they can come to for guidance. This is a good like guidance card. And then we have the Queen of Wands or Queen of Chilies here. Confidence, Beyonce energy, self-empowerment, doing what you want to do because that's what you're passionate about. So monetarily wise and health wise, I see it beneficial for you. I see you being a light in your community, as well as this is a softer transition for you. And then you're going to feel confident enough to do whatever you want and follow what you're passionate about. Yeah, very encouraging, I'd say. It absolutely is a blessing. Oh my gosh. As somebody who is essentially a small business, the only thing I answer to is the algorithm, and it is so nice. So being able to follow your passions and have the choice to do whatever you want to do, one could only hope that that's the goal in life, right? Yeah, Rowan, do you have a question? I don't think Spartacus is in here anymore. You're welcome, Tracy. Mimi, while I have you, did you send me this? I want to make sure. I got the gift receipt, but I want to make sure it was you. Thank you. I have yet to read it. I need to read it. But I'm so excited. The Little Mermaid lore here. So excited. Thank you so much. How to word it as a challenge. I understand. Thank you so much, Mimi. That's so exciting. I have so many books that I need to read. Yes, and the cookbook. I have gone through that cookbook. I'm picking out recipes. I am so behind on everything. All these books that I have. there's not enough hours in the day to read everything, but I have so many that I want to share with you all as far as reviews go. Piles and piles of books. It's insane. This is the cookbook. I have gone through it. I have marked recipes. This is so fun. The Witch's Cookbook, it has recipes from a whole bunch of different witchy themed shows and movies, and they're all categorized. And so I went through for some of them that I could possibly do on the channel if we're into it, do videos. We could possibly do a live depending on how complicated they are. But I feel like these are things that I can do confidently enough. I am great in the kitchen, not good at any sort of meat dish because I'm a vegetarian. And so I got the meat dishes in here, I got to figure out a substitution. So many in here that look so good. And I'm so excited. So if that's something you guys want, I'm excited about that, to do that with you guys. Okay. I know. Decluttering. I am trying to declutter so bad. A lot of the things that I'm not using. That garage that we have is a need for an overhaul. I'm trying to make that into a gym situation. Okay. Ooh. A cook fest near Sam Sowen. I absolutely would love that. I think that would be great. Do some kitchen witchery. We can cook together virtually. I would love that. Absolutely love that. Last October, November, I was dealing with a kitchen overhaul as far as I was stripping down my kitchen cabinets finally and staining them, and that was a whole debacle. I had to rush to finish it because I was hosting Thanksgiving. Literally had 2 days left, and I was like, get the cupboards on. Okay, Rowan, my question would be, any guidance on starting life over after massive betrayal? Oh, man. Okay. First of all, I am very sorry about that. That can be devastating. Okay, well, 10 of Swords, that's an ending. Okay. I just heard picking up the pieces. Oh, there's a tower moment. I feel like it's telling me a story here real fast. I'm sorry. Empress coming through a lot today. Okay, just heard focus on you. Okay, we're going to stop it there for a second with Page of Daggers. Okay. So 10 of Swords is an ending that is a dramatic ending, and it's one that is closed, like the chapter's closed. And while we can go back and revisit it, it is something that maybe necessarily isn't going to be for the best to reopen. With the Eight of Pentacles, that's when I heard picking up the pieces. It's not technically any sort of energy from the card, but this makes me feel like you've done a lot of work from what happened. You put a lot of energy and time and love into what happened. But that doesn't mean it was wasted. It can still be used. It can still be put in just another redirection of it. It's not necessarily something wasted. The Tower, excuse me, the Tower, I feel this was done for your benefit. if that makes sense. It's hard to reframe it in our minds that way. But the tower is often a scary card. It's often something people don't like to see. I find the card beautiful. I find the card sometimes is a cleansing situation. So I feel like while it was something that we didn't want to happen, I feel like it was needed to happen because the foundation on which you built whatever you were building for your path was a little too rocky. It wasn't enough of a solid plan. So therefore, the work you did for it was not wasted. It was just what you built it upon. There's something better coming for you with this Empress here. There's something to focus on and nurture that's going to be better because the foundation now is cleared for you to plant the seeds in this new fertile soil. Okay. So I don't want you to think that all hope is lost. I don't want you to think that, everything was worthless or pointless because it's not. You did the work, you put in the effort and the time, you learned from this. And just because the tower showed up and cleared the path, it doesn't mean it was a negative thing. It might have felt a negative thing at the time, but this is an opportunity for you to be able to have new fertile foundation to grow upon. Nurture yourself still, nurture your passion, nurture the career path or the life path that you are still wanting to go down, but it's just redirected in a different way. Okay. The Page of Daggers here, this is not a negative thing. This is about staying enthusiastic. Keep learning. Keep staying curious about what you are passionate about and what you want to bring to you, because that's only going to open more doors for you. The Page of Swords is good news coming too. Like this is quick news since it's air. You might be hearing something regarding this soon. There might be an opportunity coming for you that you aren't expecting because you're now opening your awareness around you. You're seeing things in a different way because the paths were cleared. So the advice would be stay aware of the little things around you. Sometimes when we are so focused on one thing, we're so hardworking and determined, we aren't aware of what's going on around us to be opportunities. We look at that as noise or distraction. So therefore, this was a kind of like I hate to say a wake up call, but that's what's coming out to be like, okay, we got to clear the slate because there's something bigger and better for you because you're not seeing what we were trying to tell you or show you or point you toward. So we're going to just kind of blow everything up to get you on a reorienting of a path. I hope this makes sense. And like, this isn't me being flippant about what you went through at all. This is just advice on how to kind of look at things in a different way. When anything happens that is challenging or what we perceive as negative, what kind of can be upsetting, it's hard to see the bigger picture or the lesson that we were supposed to learn from it. But once we are a little bit farther away, once enough time passes, we can look back and be like, oh, that's what I didn't see, or I wasn't prepared for this, and that's why this happened. We can kind of connect the dots that way. That doesn't change the feelings that you went through. That doesn't change the hurt that was caused. That doesn't negate any of that. It just is a new perspective. Okay. So focus on putting effort into you, nurturing you, and then reorient it in a way that makes better sense for you. Because nothing was done in vain. Nothing was done to be wasted. There's so much potential here. So keep your eyes on the prize just came to my head. So hopefully that resonates. And make sure, you're not dwelling on what went wrong all the time. Focus on what worked well. And again, kind of shift that perspective. I hope that makes sense. Okay. No, 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 no. Don't be sorry for the heaviness. Absolutely not. We are all here for readings, no matter what, how heavy they get. It is totally fine. All right. Every cloud has a silver lining. Yes. Okay. And Ashley is next. Ashley, do you have a specific question in mind, or do you want to just see what comes up? Oh, I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something and now I forgot. That happens. Had to leave work as an RN over 5 years ago and have been pursuing disability. How do you see my near SSD hearing transpiring and what to do if it doesn't go my way? Okay, as somebody who has been through this, I can tell you right now it's an uphill battle. There might be a lot of things that they question, and essentially they will always want to deny you. They never want to give you your disability. So they will find anything and everything to make sure they don't have to do it. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Uh, it is an uphill battle. I will say my advice is to, and this is not me trying to play the system at all, but it is something that doctors told me to do. If you can go off, like say you have pain medicine that helps you function, go off your pain medicines the day before or the day of, so that way they can see how you really are, how you really can function. Take a mobility aid if that's something that you need. And again, this is not acting. This is how you really function, right? Without your medications, without your pain meds, without all of that. Let them see the real you at this hearing, because otherwise, if they see that you can function just fine, they're going to have that into account, if that makes sense. 8 of Wands. Okay, well, it's going to happen really fast. I feel like they're going to make a decision quickly. Ten of Swords, an ending. You've got 4 of Pentacles and a 4. Okay, so I see stability here. I'm going to just pull a couple more cards because I want to make sure I'm getting... Okay. I feel like it's going to happen really fast with the 8 of Wands here. A decision could be made very quickly. 10 of Swords is an ending. So it could be an ending that day where like the process is done. With all of this energy here, I don't feel like it's a negative thing. I don't feel like you're going to have a no per se. Again, I can't guarantee anything. The 4 of Pentacles here is normally talks about like a miserly energy. I would protect your assets. I would hold on to any kind of savings. I would make sure you're good to go with all of that. Particularly when you're going through this process too, they catalog everything that you make. They catalog just like any, if you go on food stamps or all of that stuff, they want to make sure like everything is accounted for, right? And savings and all of that comes into play. Hold on to as much as you can. But I am getting the energy of stability. It's not the miserly energy that I'm picking up. I'm getting the energy of like, okay, you're good. this is telling me to tell you to like take a rest, take a breather. And then we have the world here, which is an end of a cycle as well as success. So as far as I'm concerned, if I were reading this for myself, I would think that it would be going all right. Knight of Daggers, this is charging forward, moving forward energy. This is trapped, feeling trapped energy. But then we have Nine of Cups, wish fulfilled. Strings attached is what I heard. So again, when you're going through disability and things like that, there's certain things that you're going to feel like you're trapped into. You can't make over a certain amount of money on the side. Like there's all these parameters that you have to meet in order to continue on in the disability. So wish fulfilled though. Okay. Okay, having the strength to make it out and go through it. You're going to need your strength. Rest. Okay, so that's the Four of Swords there. Rejection and pain. Okay, that could be something to look into here. Look objectively here. You could be in pain. Go with the flow. Trust. Okay, so the rejection here, I'm feeling like I'm not feeling like you're going to get your disability rejected. I feel like it's going to feel more like disheartening when you're in there. Not disheartening, almost like you're not a person. Not dehumanizing to that degree, but like you're going to feel more like a number or more like a paperwork than an actual patient or a person. Okay. Sorry for all the cards, but I just want to really make sure. Passion, love. Focus on loving yourself. Focus on the loving energy. Passionate. Okay. Again, I can't guarantee anything, but what I will say, it's going to feel like a struggle. It's going to feel like intimidation. It's going to feel like a situation that you want to just get out of. However, I do see a lot of really positive cards here. So while I can't guarantee a yes, it's going to be approved, yes, it's going to go well, I do see like hope, and I do feel like overall it's going to work out for you. So that's what I'm going to give you. And I feel really awful about not being able to confirm this, but I feel like there's just going to be a lot of probabilities that are going to be happening. So I feel like at the end of the day, it's going to be what you want. There's just probably going to be a lot of like challenging situations as far as paperwork, as far as, having to sit in that situation, all of that happening, that it's going to be stressful. So there could be a lot of possibilities happen that the universe is just like, we can't give you, no, like a complete yes or no right now, because again, free will and all of that fun stuff. But rest, try to think happy thoughts, try to focus on all of the good things, positivity and all of that. And will it to be, manifest it happening. Easier said than done, Natasha. Easier said than done. Yes, I know. But that's how it works. Okay. Good. Thank you. Hi, Suksma. How are you? Okay. You are so welcome. I wish you all of the luck. It is not a fun situation to be in. As someone who has gone through it, I am wishing nothing but the best for you. I'm going to do last call on readings here. If you would like a reading and haven't gotten one today, let us know in the chat. And if not, I'm so excited to be live again. I have missed you guys. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, it has been crazy. So, husband got a new job, new schedule. We got a new cat, Stevie. So he's been fitting in really well now. The pack accepted him. So now we have 3 cats and a dog. It's scheduling with them. That was fun. So yeah, and everybody's routines are kind of down in place now, and we're good to go. So it's been chaos here. Thank you. But wonderful chaos. If I could save every animal, I absolutely would. I get messages from people, hey, we have these stray cats. Did you want one? I'm like, no, I can't take on another cat. Ah. Thank you. These are from the A store, the Amazon. I tried looking local for like at the box stores for some, and they were all just they were either too long or not my style at all. And I needed to get a pair quick. So it's like, God, get on Amazon, I guess. Oh, they're all siblings. Oh, I love them. Oh, cute. What kind of cats are they? Are they like a tabby? Are they a calico? Yeah, yeah, that's how we ended up with our cats, actually, was a distribution center. We have stray cats in the neighborhood, and so, we would help them out, we would feed them. We opened up our garage for them, and, that's how we got our girl cat, Lottie. Mama birthed her, took her in the garage for safety, and bounced. She left her 2 kittens, and we never saw her again. So we were able to get a home for Lottie's brother, but then we kept Lottie. It was a crazy story what happened with her, and it's kinda long, but essentially, long story short, we saw that there were 2 kittens, and then we saw the mama cat leave, assumed they took Lottie, or the mama cat took Lottie, and so we were left with just a little baby, brother. We got the brother a home, and then right after we dropped him off at the home, we hear this mewing, and out pops little Lottie just trotting her way out from, storage in the back of the garage. And we were just like, "Where did you come from? Where have you been this whole time? We thought you were gone." And so, of course, there were no other mother cats in there. And so I had to bottle feed her, and I'm like, "Oh, she's mine now. I birthed her. We're keeping her." Ginger, oh, brown tabby. Right. Oh my gosh. That's so sweet. I'm a sucker for cats too. Like they're just the most animals in general, I can't lie. But yeah, so anyway, we had a garage full of cats at some point that would come in and out. And then of course it wasn't like a lot, but it was just like the neighborhood cats. Anyway, so they were safe. They got food and water. They got a nice place to stay in the winter. But then we noticed raccoons were coming in and trying to get at the cat food, and so we had to start locking up the cat food. And the raccoons, they weren't leaving out of the garage, and so finally, we were just done with the raccoons. We started noticing a possum would come into the garage, and keep in mind, we don't close the garage only enough to where the cats could, like, slink in and out because we have stray dogs that roam the neighborhood sometimes. So again, we're trying to mitigate all of this, but here comes these raccoons and here comes this possum. So we were just like, we have to shut the garage because that's dangerous. So we had to evict the cats. They still come around. They're still safe. We still feed them, but they're just not allowed in the garage anymore. Yeah, I birthed her. And she'll never let you know it. She's daddy's little girl, but she's a tortie. So if you know anything about tortoise cats, they are very dramatic and they're highly independent, and that is 100% her. She rules the house. What she says goes. And for a minute there, we didn't think that Stevie was going to be lasting in the house because she would just police everywhere he went and pat, 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 pat him. We're just like, this poor cat. There are coyotes in California. I am not in an area, I don't think, that has coyotes. We do have hawks. Um, So, but the cats do have lovely hiding places that they go to. They have their safe spaces. So, and our neighborhood is very stray cat friendly. So, a lot of the houses around our neighborhood will open up their garage like we did and feed them, and they have their little routes that they go to during the day. So, yeah, they're all safe. Yeah. I definitely have heard stories of coyotes getting dogs and cats. It's terrifying. What we're dealing with right now are people who, because we live next to a highway, very close. And so what ends up happening is we also live next to like a shopping center. So what people end up doing is dropping off their unwanted dogs, unfortunately, on the area of the freeway, and the dogs come into our neighborhood that are strays, and they're looking for homes, looking for water, looking for food, and unfortunately what happens is, they're not safe. And anyway, we're dealing with that a lot. So we're always on the phone to animal control. Love that you guys are nearby. That's fun. Okay, everybody. I guess this is my cue to get on out of here and stop yapping. I will always let you know on the community tab on my channel page when I'm going to be going live next. Sometimes I might pop up sporadically just because I had the time and I was bored. So just keep a lookout on your notifications. If you don't have your notifications pressed to all, make sure you have that checked out, because that way it will notify you when I'm posting on the community tab as well as when I go live. So it's not just for the YouTube video uploads, it's also for that as well. So thank you. I know, get your sleep too. I'm happy. I love springing forward. As much as it sucks to lose an hour, I need the more daylight to function. Thank you, Rowan, so much for doing the mod, for doing the list. It is so helpful. Thank you so much. And thank you all for being here. Look forward to more lives. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. And again, if you have not done so, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you will never miss an upload from me. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.